game here, the GSL up and down Group A. And we have our Zerg player to the top right of a Whirlwind. This is
Jin Air Greenwing Savage.
Savage. He needs to win. So far in this group, he has 1 win and 2 losses. He's up against the Protoss player to the bottom left. Already out of the group, it is
Wongjin starts flying.
Cross spawns.
Yeah. And Flying is currently on 0-3, so he is already out. He will play in the Challenger League next season. But with the situation that we have in the group, it's very important for Super at least that Flying wins this, because then the Protoss player for Team MVP would advance together with Songri to the Premier League. If Savage, on the other hand, takes out Flying, then Yoda and Savage are both hoping for Songri in the last game of the day in the regular group to take down Super, because that would mean that we have a 3-way tie between Savage, Yoda and Super. If Flying wins this game, or if Super wins his last match, that would mean that Super is going to advance.
Yeah. We have a pool first here, very safe from Savage. And it's not an early pool, so he's not going to be able to get anything done with it. He doesn't drone scout, so I kind of like this. It's a 4-player map. Why drone scout when you can just get an early pool and play safe that way anyways? No one's going to 2K proxy you on Whirlwind in this matchup.
It's actually kind of interesting to see that he goes into the pool first, because we see a lot of players trying to edge out a bit of an advantage with going hatch first on a map like this. I would have thought that he would try to do that. Maybe this is also an adjustment because he realizes that Flying is kind of not really with his back to his wall. It doesn't matter for him anymore. So we could have just seen like even a proxy player or something like really, really aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, Flying is kind of a... He's just a weird player in general. He plays kind of wonky, wacky styles, as we've already seen today. Gate being added here at the wall. And this is interesting to me. Savage makes 6 Zerglings. With a pool first, sometimes this can actually get you into the main base. And he knows now, well, actually, he doesn't quite know it's cross spawns yet.
He'll find out soon enough.
And he's going to go ahead and send them cross first. Sends 1 down to the south. You know, I think he might, if he had run straight away, he might be able to get through, but the cannon is just about to finish.
He would be able to sneak a few into the base, but he would also lose at least like 2. So it's something that you can make work, but yeah.
Well,
there we go, and
if he had committed, he would have gotten in.
Yeah, but he would have lost one of the Zerglings, and then he has 2 Zerglings in the main base, but he doesn't have the presence on the map anymore that he would like to have. I feel he just wanted to be on the safe side here.
Yeah, totally respectable choice.
Nice to have the Zerglings in the main, but yeah, I don't... Like, okay, we're always assuming, of course, that the Protoss player then makes the right choices and has good micro. You see those games where there are 2 Zerglings in the main base and he should only do scouting damage, but that's all that happens.
This is a silly choice. Well, you know, he still gets through actually with 3.
We see that occasionally, like you try to want to go through, but now we come in exactly into the scenario that I just talked about. He shouldn't do too much damage with good micro, but it's annoying. You lose mining time, but he should not be able to take down more than not even 1 probe, if the micro is good.
The Stalker's on its way, so I don't think he's going to get much here. But what he may be able to do is delay the tech as well. You know, you're much more reluctant to put down a Stargate or robotics if there's lings in your base that might just scout them instantly.
But Flying so far is doing this really well.
Yeah, good micro.
Didn't lose a single probe, forces it back. It's of course annoying to deal with this. It's much better to have the 3 Zerglings in the main base than only 2. With 2 it's even a little bit shakier. But now the Stalker is out and that will shut things out down. But that was like well done so far. Oh, it takes down 1. So it at least kills 1 probe.
Yeah. No tech just yet for Flying. Except Warp Gate research.
Makes it kind of worth it. I mean, you lose 6 lings.
What were those drones doing?
I do not know. Triple proxy hatch to like start a contain.
Just a bad rally, I guess.
I would love to see that, by the way. I don't think it's ever going to happen in such a game. But yeah.
Look at this. This is why we didn't see any tech yet from Flying. He's going for a fast 3rd base. He also has 100 gas. Rather than spending on a robotics or Stargate, he goes for the mothership core.
You know, the funny thing is, we just talked about how those lings were actually like worth it, losing the 6 of them. But with the bad rally to the bottom right and him making the mistakes with the drones, that was definitely now that balanced it out like more than a bit. So all that mining time lost with 3 of the harvesters because they were working down to the bottom left and then back that puts now Flying into a decent position with a start here.
And he has not been scouted. I actually really, really like Flying's position. It looks like we're going to see Roach Ling aggression again, but it's going to be a bit late. He's going to have a full wall set up at his third base, and if he scouts this, he can easily add extra cannons because the rush distance on this map is so far compared to a map like Akalon.
Yeah, but he has to scout it. He gets a lot of additional gateways now, and that actually works for Flying. Look at that, 5 gateways are being built here, and he didn't even see what's coming. With all those gateways and the plus war, 6 gateways are being built. He's going up to 8 gateways on 3 bases. Oh my god, Savage is... it's actually not going for the attack.
Yeah, he's going to be on the defensive, I feel, with Flying adding this many gateways and the 3 bases he has with +1 coming out. He might be the one going on the aggressive. 14 drones added for Savage with the lair coming up here, but will he have enough to defend against the Protoss build that's coming out here? The pylon has already been started in the middle of the map, +1 getting closer.
Zeal doesn't know about the third, and you don't get 8 gateways if you want to sit at home and have a chill day. So he's moving out now, and that's the time when Savage realizes what he's up against, but he's on 66 harvesters already. And that will be very difficult to hold off, especially with the +1 attack upgrade finishing for the attack. He needs to save that pylon though, because his probe is already taken out, and really good force fields, that shouldn't be an issue. Doesn't even need to drop it.
Yeah, these Lings actually should get trapped. He doesn't even try to run up the ramp. He knows he'd be force fielded otherwise. +1 nearly done here. He's coming up, and the units are late. He doesn't have a lot of larva. Could get force fielded out here.
There is no way to hold this base, I feel. That would be a miracle.
Base, no way.
There we go. He takes down most of those drones. The force fields are decent. Speed for the Roaches is not completed. Too many harvesters and too much Protoss. Nice time ops here on top of the ramp, taking down the Queens as well.
No Guardian Shield right now on the sentries, and
he's losing a lot of the sentries here.
Yeah, the sentries going down, a lot of them. Another good force field though. The Stalker's coming through. Remember, he has +1. Roach speed is not done. Burrow is also about to finish.
And Flying a little bit sloppy with his control of the sentries, so he loses most of them. That limits his force fields and the Guardian Shields, but most of it is gone. The problem really, the Burrow is there, yes, but there are so many units that it doesn't really matter, I feel. He can snipe that third. At least he should be able to make this happen. But there's no detection, so he shouldn't be able to do more than that.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if, well, he's microing down the ramp. He's not getting anything done here.
Yeah, I don't know why he's microing down that way.
Yeah, this was kind of a weird choice. Loses 2 Stalkers there, and...
Like, why is he microing into the Zerg play instead of just trying to walk a little bit to the left, forcing his opponent to unburrow, go for the third base, and then killing a few units? He can always retreat towards the choke point that he has there. But he's moving in again, and he has the units to pull it off.
Target the hatchery when he's not shooting the Roaches. He doesn't need to be shooting at that extractor. Well, it looks like Savage may have lost too many drones. He can't afford to keep up with the production here, because Flying still does have a third base, which, by the way, is now under attack.
He doesn't really have the lava. He's moving on top of those Roaches again, but that third should be taken out. I don't know why he's just not using a few of his Zealots to attack it, but he's going for the Roaches now. He's trying to win the game and not only take down the hatch. The drones are coming off the mineral line, but there are so many Stalkers, 17 of them already, only 4 Roaches left. It looks like we have Super advancing together with Songdori. This is it. GG. And game over. Super and Songdori taking it. This was a Protoss game where we have Flying win it for Protoss.
Yep, that's his first win of the day. Does a timing attack. And you know, I really thought for a moment there Savage was going to hold, but he just didn't seem to have the production, and his Roaches were always trapped. Yeah, like you said, they have Burrow, but there's not enough of them to where you can unburrow and fight. So when he burrows his units, then Flying just starts shooting at the hatchery.
I actually think that Savage could have held here, but what he did was, like, he forced that army back, and I don't think that with the Burrow upgrade he expected Flying to be warping in more units and moving in. So he lost a few of the Roaches on the way. His production was already limited since the Queens died, so he didn't have the injects. If he would have just burrowed, maybe even sacrificed his third base, he would have at least had enough units. But as it is, it wouldn't have mattered because he didn't ever scout the third. And I feel that was his problem. He was like, yeah, you can't get this many units out. That's not going to happen. But with the 3-base economy, Flying was able to do this.
Yeah, he saw it at the end very much too late. So we're going to take a look at our results, of course, here one last time. And it is, of course, Songdori and Yodo advance to contest the Premier League here for Korea. And Super, Savage, and Flying, they all fall down.
No. That's
I'm
wrong.
sorry, yeah, I just read that off the screen, but it's actually Super.
Okay, guys, that's wrong, so don't tell God. That was a bit of a mistake here.
I was like, wait a minute, didn't...
Yeah.
I was like, no.
No,
I just read it off the screen, and then I'm like, wait.
No, that would have been if the first game would have been won. So I think there was an old CI that they already prepared when we were heading into the matches.
Yeah, for sure.
And they just put the wrong on screen. They already told us that that was a mistake. So you guys don't worry about it. We have the Protoss player super advancing together with Songdery. That's going to pop up on screen in just a second. There was just a bit of a mistake, the wrong graphic shown.
Yeah. That was kind of funny how that worked out. But yeah, it's not Yoda. In fact, it is, of course, Super, formerly known as Vampire, who advances along with Songdery. So pretty interesting day of matches. Didn't exactly go as I expected. Yoda having a rough start and then coming through, but not quite able to win it in the end of the day. And that's got to be really frustrating for him.
I personally was very surprised that Songdery was able to get out first in the group and take out all of his games, so that was quite impressive. When I looked at the names in the group, I did not expect him to do this well. And I feel that also Flying was one of the favorites to actually make it through the group and go back into the Premier League. But with him only winning one map, and that was the last one of the day, I expected a bit more.
Yeah. That was an intense set of matches, especially the finale there with the last 8 gateway attack. Songdery playing very safe, and he surprised me with these results as well. I'm really looking forward to how he's going to do in Code S. He's a strong Zerg player, somebody that they definitely have to watch out for.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And Super just showed again that he is a great player, and especially his Protoss versus Terran. I want to see him go up against the best.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I want to see him against players like Flash, against Innovation. I want to see him against all the great Terran players that we have out there. I want to see what he can do here, because he has just a crazy record in this matchup. And this is, of course, now the correct graphic. As you can see, Super doesn't even have to play his last map against Songdery because it doesn't matter anymore. He will advance. He has beaten all of the opponents that could tie with him, aka Yoda. Yep. So, yeah, well done.
So, tomorrow's matches, Life, Sue, Bang, and Hero, and of course Beyond down here, and this is going to be an awesome group. I'm actually looking much more forward to this one than even I was for today.
Yeah, it's a really interesting group, a good one. I mean, Life of all people, Sue, then you have Hero and Beyond and also Bang. All 5 of them, great players, and I can't wait for tomorrow's group. That's going to be sick.
Yeah, Beyond getting in off of that seeded tournament, see how well he can do. Beyond's
same
been having
starting
some
time,
trouble.
by the way.
Yeah, same starting time tomorrow at 1 p.m. Korean Standard Time, so about 3 hours, almost 3 hours ago from now.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Or 24 hours from 21 hours, considering we've passed 3 hours.
So, yeah, check those times out. You will, of course, be able to read all of that on GOMTV.net. We'll be back tomorrow with Group B at the Up and Downs here at the GSL. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope that you enjoyed the games and the casts. We're going to see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.